Welcome. Let's discuss about organization culture and environment. First, let's see about organization culture. Organizational culture can be defined as the group norms, values, beliefs, and assumptions practiced in an organization. It brings stability and control within the firm. The organization is more stable and its objective can be understood more clearly. Organizational culture helps the group members to resolve their differences, overcome the barriers, and also helps them in tackling risk. Elements of organization culture. The two key elements seen in organizational culture are visible elements and invisible elements. Let's see what is visible elements. These elements are seen by the outer world. Example, the dress code, activities, setup of the organizational people. Invisible elements. The inner elements of the group cannot be seen by people outside the group or firm. Example, the values, norms, assumptions, etc. of an organization comes under these invisible elements. Now, let's discuss some other elements of organizational culture. First, let's discuss about stories. Stories is nothing but the history of the firm or founder. This is the story of the firm. The next element is rituals. That is nothing but the precise practice of an organization. This comes under the rituals. The next element is symbol. Symbol is nothing but the logo or signature or a style statement of a company. And the next element is the language, a common language that can be followed by all like English. The next element is practice, that is nothing but the discipline or daily routine or the say the tight schedule everyone follow without any failure. And the next element is values or norms, the idea over which a company is based or the thought of the firm is considered as its value and the condition to adopt them are called norms. And the last element is the assumptions. It means that we consider something to be true without any facts. Assumptions can be used as a standard of working, means the employees prepare themselves to remain above standard. Now let's see different types of organizational culture. The culture a firm follows can be further classified into different types. They are mechanistic and organic culture, authoritarian and participative culture, subculture and dominant culture, strong and weak culture, entrepreneurial and market culture. First, let's see about mechanistic and organic culture. Mechanistic culture is formed by formal rule and standard operating procedures. Everything needs to be defined clearly to the employees like their task, responsibility and concerned authorities. Communication process is carried according to the direction given by the organization. Whereas the organic culture is defined as the essence of social values in an organization. Thus, there exists a high degree of sociability with very few formal rules and regulations in the company. Next, let's see about authoritarian and participative culture. Authoritarian culture means power of one. In this culture, power remains with the top level management. All the decisions are made by the top management with no employee involvement in the decision making as well as goal shaping process. In participative culture, employees actively participate in the decision making and goal shaping process. Next comes the subculture and dominant culture. In subculture, some members of the organization make and follow a culture, but not all members. In dominant culture, majority of subculture combine to become a dominant culture. The success of dominant culture is dependent on the homogeneity of the subculture, that is, the mixture of different cultures. Next comes the strong and weak culture. In a strong culture, the employees are loyal and have a feeling of belongingness towards the organization. In a weak culture, the employees hardly praise their organization. There is no loyalty towards the company. The last type is entrepreneurial and market culture. Entrepreneurial culture is a flexible and risk-taking culture. Here the employees show their innovativeness in thinking and are experimental in practice. Individual initiation makes the goal easy to achieve. Employees are given freedom in their activity so that the organization rewards the employee for better performance. Whereas in market culture, it is based on achievement of goal. It is a highly target oriented and completely profit oriented culture. Here, the relationship between the employees and the organization is to achieve the goal. The social relation among the workers is not motivating. Next, we will discuss about organizational environment. Organizational change, as we have read, is a strategic initiative impacting almost every aspect of its operations and functions. The factors that induce changes almost always require immediate attention. The major forces that drive this change in business are internal environment and external environment. The internal environment of an organization consists of factors within the organization over which it can exercise a fair amount of control. Some of the internal factors are employees, organizational structure, and organization processes. Employees are the human capital of the organization. An organization without a motivated and dedicated workforce will not be able to perform in spite of having the best products and capital. Employees must take the initiative to change their workplace or changes in work tasks for more efficient and effective performance. The next internal factor is the organizational structure, and this organizational structure is what governs and guides the effective operations of the company. It defines and scopes the authority and hierarchy in the company. However, over time, the organizational structure needs reorganization to answer to the needs of an evolving entity and becomes an internal source of organizational change. The next factor is organization processes. The processes in organization are collections of activities that need to be undertaken in order to produce an output and that will have a value for consumers. There are various processes in the organization that need to be constantly updated to keep serving the market like manufacturing, distribution, logistics, information technology, etc. Apart from the above factors like the company's mission and objectives, organizational culture and style of leadership are factors typically associated with the internal environment of an organization and can have a considerable impact on the organization. The external environment consists of the factors outside the company that influence the company's ability to function. Some sections of the external elements are manipulated and managed by company marketing, but the others need the organization to make adjustments. It is important to monitor the core components of a company's external environment and keep a close watch at all times. If the company cannot judge its external environment, it may fail to meet the market demands. Following are the five components of external environment: customers, government, economy, competition, and public opinion. Customers can be attempted to influence through marketing and strategic release of corporate information. However, finally, a company's relationship with the client is based on finding ways to let them purchase the services or products. Government regulations, especially related to product development, packaging, and shipping, play an important role in the cost of doing business. It also influences the ability to expand into new and emerging markets. Economy: the company must be efficient at monitoring the economy and reacting to it, rather than trying to shape or manipulating it according to its needs. Economic factors affect how the products are marketed, the amount of money spent on business growth, and the nature of target markets the company will pursue. Competitions affect how a company does business and how it addresses the target market. It is a strategy to find markets with less competition, or a company they may decide to compete directly in the same target market. The success and failure of competitors affect the marketing planning as well. Public opinion: seconders can be harmful to the organization's image. The public perception about an organization can affect sales. It may go down if it's negative, or it can boost sales with positive company news. Thank you.